Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to the third installment of the Franchise Killer series here on my channel. And if you don't know what Franchise Killer is, well, number one, use context clues. But number two, if you still can't get there, that's okay. That's fine. I wouldn't be able to. This is the series where I pick a horror franchise and I watch every single movie in the entire franchise in one day. And I rank all of them based on how much I enjoyed myself watching them. Not based on how good the movies actually are, but how much did I like them, right? And here's the board, okay? I spent hours, an entire afternoon making this. It was very painful. So hopefully you like that board, because that's you're gonna have to be looking at that for the next hour. But as you can see, I've dressed up as the basement clown, I think is what he's called. I don't know. I have not actually seen a single one of these movies. Oh, also, I'm watching the Hell House movies. Hell House LLC, if that was still a mystery. There are 5 movies in this franchise, okay? And let me list them off for you real quick. We have Hell House LLC. I don't know if that will focus or not, but Hell House LLC, which is the first movie. Hell House LLC 2, The Abandoned Hotel. We've got Hell House LLC 3, Lake of Fire. You see the lake of fire? I've yet to have a costume where I don't need to wear gloves. Hell House LLC Origins, which I don't think you can see any of these posters, and Hell House LLC Lineage, a blood bond rooted in evil. I don't think that's the full title. I think that was just the little catchphrase. That's all of them. I chose very poor posters to print out because from afar, what's the difference? Yeah, no one can tell. All of them are just completely black, so you won't be able to see which one's which, and except for the first one. You'll know which one this one is on the board. So yeah, I come here, I talk, and then I go, I watch a movie, I come back, I rank it based on where I think it's gonna be, and then I repeat that process about 5 times until 12 hours have gone by and I want to die. That's the entire premises of this, is just me torturing myself by watching 16 movies in one day. So hopefully this is enjoyable. Also, you're gonna need to just ignore my wet, disgusting rat hair and the mountain range on my forehead, because you're gonna be looking at that for about 50 minutes to an hour as well, so I apologize. And also, one more thing. It's like a tradition for me to just tell you my journey of what I eat throughout the day while I'm doing this, because I don't have time to eat much or prepare food, but I did have half of a protein waffle this morning. It was awful. All right, I was eating it and realized I'm pretty sure it was well out of date, very, very expired. So I basically gagged some of it up and threw it all out. It was not good. So to prevent myself from throwing up, I'm just going to continue to starve for the rest of the day. But don't worry, because I have those little cheese bunnies in this small toddler bag, and also a lot of Doritos and some water. So that's what I'm going to be running off of today. I haven't actually seen any of these movies. I've not seen a single one of them. I have heard nothing but good things about these movies, and I am in desperate need for revival and an uplifting franchise, because the last episode I went over all of the Ginger Dead Man movies. I watched all of those in one day. That almost killed me. I almost died on camera. And then before that, I watched all of the Scream movies, which are all 2 hours long, and there's 6 of them. So I also almost died. So go watch those, because my Scream video has less than 200 views. Alright, I spend a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort on these videos specifically, so please go watch that. Also subscribe. Please subscribe. Please. I will shut up, I promise, but here are all of the movies. You see this? This is the release by Umbrella Entertainment. I will be doing a review of this box set. Yeah. Pretty soon, that'll be the next video after this one. This is how I'm going to be watching all of the movies, because physical media is amazing, and you should only watch movies through physical media. But I'm going to stop wasting time, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch the first movie. This is my first impression of the Hell House LLC franchise. I don't know what it's about. I don't even know what type of movie it is. I have no idea. I know nothing other than there's a scary house and there's some scary clowns, and I'm assuming some people die, or else it wouldn't be a horror movie. Alright, here we go. Hell House LLC. Let's go see how this movie is. This mask is very tight on my face. Hold on. Have you ever seen the movie Clown, where he can't get the clown costume off and he turns into a demon and eats children? So I feel like it's gonna happen to me. That mask is like skin tight. That is hard to get off. Oh, all right, that's better. We turn the lights on and everything. Oh, we're good to go. And we have movie number 1. First time ever watching it. I forgot that it was a found footage movie, so this makes me way happier than I even was to start, and I was already happy. I was already ready to watch these. I love found footage horror movies, but this is in it's like a documentary. Okay, so it kind of reminded me. I watched the Poughkeepsie tapes like a few days ago, so it kind of like reminded me of that, because that's also the same thing, where it just documents a tragedy and then has clips of the actual tragedy in the documentary. Except that was in 2007, this was in 2009. But this is about a haunted house and stuff. I'm not going to tell you what the movie is, because that's not what this video is about. That would be probably about a 5-hour long video if I walked you through the whole thing for all of the movies. But I enjoyed that quite a bit. There are some parts of it that are kind of a little corny, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. This was a cool idea. The basement clown, there's about 3 basement clowns, alright? One of them's an actor who decided to just dip out for no reason. I'm assuming you've watched this movie, but there is an actor in the basement of this hell house who has the keys to a small woman who is attached to the ceiling. Like, she is handcuffed to the ceiling of the basement, and it's the creepiest basement you've ever seen. I don't know why they actually chained her to the ceiling with metal cuffs and then gave the keys to some large man in a clown suit. Alright, it wasn't this suit, it was some other, it was this suit. That guy. And the moment anything weird started happening, that man got up and ran out of the basement. Also, the guy that actor, also randomly in the movie, he took his eyeball out of his head. Like, he opened his eye and shoved his fingers, like, in his eyelids, and was holding his actual eye while he was looking around. That's not fake. That was real. He was holding his eyeball. He pushed his eyelids in so you could hold. That was disgusting. I've never seen anyone do that. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I cannot get over that scene. And it wasn't even supposed to be like scary. It was just like these guys who were setting up a haunted house in an abandoned building. The Ebony Hotel, I think. Is it? What is it called? I don't know. I had it in my brain and now it's gone. I've got 4 more movies of them calling it that name, so I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, it was just the people who were setting up the haunted house, and they were hiring actors, and like, hey, look what this actor can do, and he just took his eye out. Where do I think it's gonna go? I'm going to put it where I think it's gonna stay, and honest to God, I think it's going to stay number 3. I think it's gonna stay there. I mean, not because, you know, the basement clown, the guy who I'm dressed up as, is right above that. Totally not because of that. And totally not because it's on number 3, which is my favorite number, if you couldn't tell. That's definitely not the reason why I put it there. I do not think this is going to be the best movie, but I certainly don't think it's going to be the worst one. I really enjoyed that. All right, I love found footage horror movies. I love. It wasn't really terribly scary. It was kind of cool. There were some parts where I'm like, ooh, ooh, like what's his name? The annoying guy who was just like harassing the women the entire time. When he like woke up and that girl was just like sitting in his room, I'm like, no, no, sir. No, sir. Also, I really want to know what that guy told that other guy to get him to stay. Because, like, every night they're going to sleep and they're waking up and these horrible things keep happening to them because they're living in an abandoned hotel where people died and went missing in. To make a haunted house, a lackluster haunted house, all right? And every night they wake up and just some spooky starts happening. And they whispered something into this guy's ear to make him stay. If you haven't seen this movie, you're gonna be so lost. I'm so sorry. I would not stay there, ever. Why would I do that? Especially if I have friends like that. Also, this guy, who still doesn't have a name, I'm just gonna call him Basement Clown, even though there's 3 of them. This guy's one of them. He's not actually a man, though. He's a prop. So he's fake, he's just stuffed. Oh, also, he's not real either. The clown that I'm dressed up as right as we speak is not even a real human being. He's a prop. He is a haunted house prop. He is not real. He is a mannequin, a dummy. But he does come to life at some parts of the movie, which is pretty awesome. Those were my favorite parts of the movie because this clown design, this one, is so good. This mask. See that? That mask is so good. It's such a good clown design. I love it. Man, even though it is skin tight and I feel like I'm wearing some like old dead guy's skin while I'm wearing this mask, it's so good. Also, this isn't the main antagonist. This is just like some evil spirit from the house. Like, I guess it possessed a dummy, I guess. Made him like move around and stuff. I don't know, he's creepy and it's so good. It's so good. The main antagonist is some weird, like, satanic cult demons from, like, the basement. Who would have guessed it's called Hell House? But yeah, there's these cool demon guys. I honestly still don't know what happened in that basement because the camera was going all over the place. The lighting was terrible. All I saw was, like, that clown guy just booked it out of the basement without unlocking the girl and just leaving her to die, which was... That kind of made me mad, but also was so hilarious. It was so funny. Pretty good overall. I like the documentary style. I love found footage. I love the clown costume and everything. Some parts of it are corny. It's not really scary because nothing really gets to me, but I think it was pretty cool. However, I don't know how there are going to be 4 more movies of this. This is also something where I'm like, okay, this was good the first time. Why do we need 4 more of them? I don't know. I can already tell you that the next movie is probably going to be like, yes, this is an abandoned hotel where people died in, and then these guys went and made a spooky, scary hotel, and they also died in the hotel. So guess what? We're probably gonna go and like investigate the house, and maybe we'll go in the basement because everyone who investigated this house didn't actually go in the basement except for the people who made it into the haunted house. It was driving me insane. I'm like, just show me what's in the basement. I want to see the aftermath. Okay, let me see what's in there. Okay, is my boy still down there? Okay, is the clown dummy still? Am I still down there? I don't know. We don't know. Because nobody's going in the basement. Someone needs to go in the basement in this next movie or else I'm gonna explode. But yeah, I think they're probably gonna set up probably another haunted house, or it's just gonna be a group who's investigating, like, yeah, this is the Hell House where all of these people died. And it's gonna be like a little film group, probably. If I'm right, then you have to like donate me all of your money in your bank account. I'll put my Venmo in the comment section down below. But that's my guess for Hell House 2. Hell House Lake of Fire, no idea. I don't know why there's a lake and I don't know why it's on fire. So I have no idea what that one's going to be about. But I can already tell you, I mean, Hell House Origins kind of gives away what the movie's about, but they are definitely making a movie about before, like when that hotel was up and running, all right? Because they had some lore in there, all right? The owner of the building like killing himself in the dining room, and then all those people going missing. I don't know. I'm excited. All right, I'm excited to see what they do with it. I hope they do good. I'm gonna stop talking now. This is Hell House 2. Well, I mean, this is a combo pack. All right, so it's action packed. We have Hell House 2 and 3 right there, both in here. Pretty excited about that. But I am going to go watch Hell House 2. The Abandoned Hotel. Which I don't know why that's the name, because that was the entire, focus of the first movie. So I don't know why they just slapped on the... Oh, that doesn't say abandoned. For all of my new viewers out there, I am completely illiterate, alright? I cannot read. I am 100% sure I am a undiagnosed dyslexic. It is very hard for me to read, pronounce words, and just grammar and speaking in general. So, that doesn't say abandoned, alright? That says Abaddon. There we go. Abaddon. That's I've been saying it wrong, I think. I don't even know what I was saying before. But yeah, the Abaddon. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, saying Abaddon, that's fun. That's a fun word. Abaddon. Abaddon. The Abaddon Hotel. Abaddon. Abaddon. Abaddon, 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 Abaddon. Abaddon. Abaddon, 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 Abaddon. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. The Abaddon Hotel. Hell House LOC 2. Here we go. Hell House 2. Oh, okay. Alright, I'm back. The second movie. I finished it. We're done watching Hell House LLC 2, The Abaddon Hotel. So, I just finished watching the second movie. I just told you that. Also, hold on. Let me just open this up real quick. You see that disc? You see that? See that clown's face on it? He's not in the movie. Alright, this guy is still not shown up yet. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know why that's on the second disc if he doesn't even show up in the movie. What did I think? What did I think of the movie? I definitely didn't like it as much. Alright, so that's gonna go down. That's gonna go downwards. And, it wasn't bad. Okay, it wasn't bad. It was about what I expect from a sequel. It wasn't really a documentary anymore. They were just kind of going back and forth between... I was actually right. I was right. It was a group of people who were going into the Hell House to not explore, but to grab things, and they just slowly died because they were recording it and stuff. So I literally told you what was gonna happen before I even saw it. I didn't even know anything about these movies, and I told you, and I was right, and it was okay. It was alright. It was fine. It was somehow this was made almost 10 years after the first movie. Okay, this was from 2009. This is 2018, I think it said it came out, or 2017 it might be. And it managed to go downwards in quality. The production quality of the movie felt and looked worse than the original from 2009. Is that true? Probably not. I might be just completely insane, but it feels worse. Alright, the acting is slightly worse. It's slightly more corny. We did get a few scenes of our basement clown again. I don't think he's going anywhere. Hopefully he's not, because he's cool design, isn't that right, buddy? And so I'm glad. I wanted him to have more screen time, just like everyone else on the planet. I want more clowns. This was kind of it strayed away from the clowns and stuff and the spooky scaries, and is really focusing on the satanic cult. And I forgot the name of the guy who owns the Abaddon Hotel, but he was the leader of the satanic cult, and then he killed himself along with all of his followers, and now he's just a ghost. But now we know that the hotel is drawing people to the hotel so they can kill him, throw him in the lake of fire. And the basement blew up. Okay, so they actually went in the basement this time. Thank the Lord. It was mainly in the base. A lot of it was in the basement, okay? Where my boy is still sitting there to this day. But the wall blew up. It looked really bad. It was very, very, very poor CGI. And a bunch of just cloaked figures. So, there's no longer... the clowns aren't really, a main attraction, which is kind of sad. We're just... looking at these cloaked figures and these small girls with kind of lackluster makeup. Some of it's good, but some of it literally is You go to like a Six Flags theme park during like Fright Fest, and you'll see they look exactly like that. It's like I don't know. It's just kind of corny. It's not scary. I just love the clown. Whenever the clown, the basement clown, this guy, whenever he's on screen, it's just so much better. The movie is so good. And then you get some random actors with like fake blood painted on their face, and you're like, is that supposed to be an actual ghost? Like I can't tell the difference between if it's supposed to be a real ghost or if it's like a scare actor from the last movie. You know, I don't know. It does have like a few like camera footage of. Oh, ooh. So at the beginning of the movie, okay, it shows a whole bunch of people, just like streamers and stuff that are going to abandoned buildings, and they show the people going to the abandoned building and then never being heard of again. They say that so many times. So many times. They'll show something scary, and then the camera will cut, and then words will show up, and it's like, and they were never heard from again. It does that like 5 times throughout the movie. It's like, okay, we get it. All right, they went missing. We don't know where they went. Something spooky happened. And also, every time before they show us anything scary, there's like every single time, it's like, and these events past this point are completely unexplainable. It's like, really? I had no idea. That's why I'm watching the movie, because I don't know. It's stupid. All right, I think that part's stupid because it's like, we get it. All right, you're trying to be a super scary, serious documentary about something that's not real, but you don't have to say that the events are completely unexplainable before you show us, and you don't have to tell us that they were never heard from again after the camera cuts. All right, we can use context clues. We have eyeballs. We have brains. We understand the concept of what's going on. You don't have to say that over and over again. But there was this one kid who showed up at the beginning of the movie. All right, and he goes in the house, and he meets a staircase, right? He runs into this staircase, and there's just a pair of legs that are just like on the staircase, but the ceiling's too low, so you can't see his body. You just see the legs standing halfway up the stairs. Terrifying. All right, that's scary. All right, that is something. If I saw that, I'd have a heart attack and drop dead. All right, I am in my 20s, but I would have a heart attack like an old man and die. That would not be good. All right, if I saw legs standing just in the middle of a staircase, not moving, in an abandoned house by yourself, why would you go by yourself? So unrealistic. All right, every single person that's in this house is doing everything wrong. It's classic horror movie where it's like, if that actually happened, if you hear a small girl screaming in an abandoned hotel and you're by yourself and you just heard a door slam, you are not going to turn around and go towards the sound that just happened. No one is going towards the sounds in an abandoned hotel by themselves, okay? They are running. We are all running so fast, it's gonna look like a motorcycle is blowing by you on the highway going like 230 miles an hour, all right? You can't even comprehend that that's a human being running, all right? That no one is turning around and going towards the sound. We are running. But this is the part that was scary that I was getting at before I went off on another tangent that's attached to this tangent. When he saw the legs that are in the stairway, he's like, okay, I'll be going now. But then the camera just stayed on the guy's legs. And then they're like, yeah, he stayed there for the next like 5 hours. Like, because he was live streaming. And it just kept rolling until the camera died. That's a crazy thing. That's scary. All right, that right there is some scary stuff. All right, that's the scariest part of the movie. Just that psychological stuff. Like, that's creepy. All right, that is something where it's like, it's not so over the top and annoying where it's like, whatever, I don't care. Like, that is terrifying. Just going to an abandoned hotel by yourself, seeing some guy standing in the stairway and then being frozen in time. Just the psychological, like, why is he standing there? What's keeping him there? Why is that thing in the stair? Because that's not human. Why is that thing just standing there? And it's for hours and it's live streaming and people are just watching him stand there. It's like a standoff until the battery dies at 3 a.m. Like, whew, that's creepy. I'm getting a little bit of some chills right now. Ooh, that's effective. All right, that's horror right there. I like that. Movie overall, it was all right. I did find it like a little tiny bit boring. I was like, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking right here. I think it's either gonna stay there or it's gonna go here. Hell House 1, I'm gonna move it up. I moved it up. All right, we're gonna keep them here. Either Origins or Lineage. I think either of those are gonna be right there. That's what I'm thinking. Those are my thoughts. And once again, if I'm correct, which I was, I'm expecting for you to drain your entire bank account into mine so that I don't need a job and I could just do this for a living. And then I can do more of it and then everybody's happy. How's that? Also, the acting, I forgot to mention the acting in the first one's like pretty good. Like the acting was pretty good. And I honestly, this is just a downgrade somehow. 10 years later and everything about it's just a downgrade, which is unfortunate. Still not bad though. But we have the clown's face on both of them. You see that? Yeah. He wasn't in this movie. And guess what? I doubt he's going to be in this one either. If I'm right on that, you already know what to do. My Venmo's in the comment section. I don't think he's going to be in the Like a Fire. I don't think there's going to be any clowns in this movie. If this basement clown ever just doesn't show up in any of these movies, it's automatically going to the bottom. I'm disqualifying it. I'm going to go ahead and watch Hell House LLC 3 Lake of Fire. I'll see you in about an hour and a half. I feel like a skinwalker. And I'm back. All right, I just finished Hell House LLC Lake of Fire. I will say I was on board for a lot of this movie, okay? A lot of it I was like, yeah. The Abaddon Hotel was set to be demolished and this guy shows up and buys the whole thing before they demolish it. And let me tell you, the person that they got to play that guy is like, they found the hottest guy they could and then gave him like an Anakin Skywalker scar on his face and pretended like that's just a normal thing human beings have. Like, when you get in a car crash, your face is not gonna look that good afterwards, alright? You're not going to get an upgrade from being legally dead for 2 minutes after a car crash, alright? You're not gonna wake up and look in the mirror and see that, okay? I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's not gonna happen, alright? So, I don't know what the heck they thought they were doing with that, but they made him just the peak physical male with an awesome scar on his face. All right, just to add it, and he's always smoldering all of the time. Okay, and he bought this entire hotel so that he can put on another attraction. All right, it's not a haunted house. It's like an interactive play. Who cares? All right, it's called like what? Insomnia or something? I don't know. I was on board because I didn't want to watch just the same thing repetitively over and over and over 5 times. So I'm really glad that they did something different. They bought the hotel and they were fixing it up. They went in there, they were fixing up all of the rooms and stuff. And before I go into it a little bit more, I just want to talk about the outside of this house. Okay, this hotel, this abandoned hotel. All of the windows, I have refrained from making fun of this for 2 movies, but after the 3rd one, I can no longer keep my silence. The boards that are blocking the windows are so stupid. They look like foam, alright? They're very clearly not actually wooden boards. The whole thing looks so cheesy. It's like, that doesn't look abandoned. The only thing abandoned about it is the styrofoam boards that they have over the windows. It looks so cheesy. It looks so bad. It does not look scary. It's just some regular, like, motel on the side of the road. And I don't know. I wish it was creepier on the outside and actually looked abandoned and run down and scary and haunted, because it does not look haunted. But yeah, they're setting up the entire play, and that is the entire movie. And there really wasn't that many scary things that happened in this movie, alright? Most of it is just them like rehearsal and recording random things that like don't matter. Basement Clown, who I'm gonna be honest, he doesn't even need to be in these movies. Like he has no there's no point in him being in any of these at all. He's just there for marketing so that they can put him on the poster and be like, technically, yes, he's in the movie. He shows up twice. They're doing this thing where the Hell House, the Abaddon Hotel, is the gateway to hell. All right, this is the way that hell is connected to Earth is through this hotel in Abaddon in upstate New York. All right, it's in the basement of a hotel. The whole thing was, it was leading up to the owner who was putting on this play knew that this basement was the gateway to hell. That's why he bought it. And then he was going to capture everybody who was going to show up to watch the play and throw them into the lake of fire, aka just throw them in hell. I don't know why he was going to do that, but that was his plan. And like the old owner of the whole hotel, that ghost guy who I can't remember his name, he keeps showing up, but he's like kind of corny, and I like don't care whenever he's on the screen. Like I don't want to see him. It took so long to get to the ending of this movie. There were so many things that just were not happening because it was very uneventful. And then you get to the end, and I was so ready because they were building it up. It sounded like it was such a cool idea. Like the gates of hell are gonna open from the basement, and they're gonna be dragged into it. It's gonna be awesome. It was not awesome. Okay, it was not awesome. The demons that come out of the portal, that is horrible CGI. I don't know how they don't just have a bigger budget. Like, I feel like these made quite a bit of money. Maybe not. But horrible CGI. It ruins the entire thing. But all of these people who are literally just in black cloaks, and they're just running around. It's like I'm watching a college film. It's like I could have done this in my basement. Like, I could have hired all of my friends to wear black cloaks and just run around and cover people in fake blood and pretend to saw their neck off. They also tried to make this into like a splatter film at the end, which I don't know why they were doing that. I thought they were just going to drag him into the basement and throw him into hell. But they didn't even do that. They just killed him and left him there. It's like, okay. I thought that was the point, was to drag him into the basement. That would have been kind of cool. Just dragging everybody and like throwing them down the stairs, or dragging them down the stairs and they're like clawing. No, they just went up and like there's fake blood splattered all over the place, and then the ghost of that original scary guy is just standing there watching. So I don't know. The ending was so bad. The ending was horrible. All right, and then there was more CGI, and then apparently like the owner who just bought this, not the dead one, the guy who orchestrated this entire thing, decided that he had a change in heart and he went and tried to close the gate and ended up closing the gate somehow by wrestling a ghost. And apparently that shuts the gate from hell. That doesn't make any sense because the Pope, I'm pretty sure he's a Pope, I don't know, some Christian guy from a church showed up and was explaining that if the gates of hell are opened, then God himself needs to send an angel from heaven to go close it, and no man can close the gate. All right, just an angel. And this guy, this random, charismatic, Anakin Skywalker-looking guy, went down, wrestled a ghost, and apparently just single-handedly shut the gates to hell by himself. How does that make any sense? I mean, he had like this item from the Pope, but there's no angel involved. So how is it closed? What happened? It was awful CGI. It didn't make any sense for his character to just be like, oh, you know what? Now that all of these people are dead, I'm gonna change my mind and I'm gonna close the gate. Me, a mortal man, is gonna go and close the gate in the basement of this hotel. The gates of hell. I'm gonna go close them. I was so excited. I was in my mind, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be pretty high up there. And then the ending just made it even worse. And then there was an ending to the ending where it shows everybody who had ever died in this hotel in the afterlife, and it's explaining how they can't leave and how they're trapped. And then this guy with the scar who just sealed the gates, who lured all of these people into this house to be slaughtered like animals, had the gall to go up to Alex from the first movie and be like, yeah, you opened the gates of hell. How dare you? I closed them. It's like, dude, your entire plan was to kill everyone on Earth because you bought the gates to hell. This place was going to be demolished. And you bought it before it was taken down so that you can preserve the gates of hell and kill as many people as you could. Don't act like you're a savior. Don't point your finger at Alex and be like, yeah, you opened it. You opened it. All right, and then he walked off majestically, him and his stupid scar and all. I don't know. It was really stupid. This didn't feel like a Hell House movie. I feel like it had nothing. This has strayed so far away from the first one, where it's like, if this guy wasn't in the film, I would have no idea that these two movies were related. Okay, if this was like if they put a different clown design, I would have no idea that these two movies were related at all. But yeah, this is a very clear number 5 for me. There's no Lake of Fire. They didn't even have real fire. All right, they had CGI fire in the basement. They couldn't light anything. It's a concrete basement. It's like, what do you have to lose? Why are you putting CGI down there? Not a terrible movie. All right, I've seen far worse, but look at me being right again. See that? It's at the bottom. All right, it's at the bottom. I said it wasn't going to be good, and here I am telling you that it's not good, because it's not. It's really not. The only part that I got wrong was there were clowns. There were clowns. I was totally convinced that there weren't going to be any, but silly me. Silly me. This is the selling point of these movies. You really think they're going to take that away? No. That's why his face is on all the posters, and he still has nothing to do with the franchise. But yeah, I think that's basically it. It's a very uneventful movie until the ending, where it's still uneventful. So, there's really not much to say other than this is really not a Hell House movie. I'm still gonna leave it like this. That's still very good. I have high hopes for this, because I'm pretty sure they mentioned the original tragedy was in a fair, and you know what fairs have, right? You know what those usually have? Do you want to tell them? Clowns. There's probably going to be clowns there. All right, Origins, pretty awesome. That's going to be fun. I really hope that this is where we get more clowns, because this is why I'm here. I don't really care about this whole like Hell's Gates opening in the basement kind of thing, satanic cults and stuff. That's pretty cool, but I wanted to see clowns kill people, and hopefully we get to see that in this movie. Also, fun fact, my grandpa wants to watch this next movie, so we're gonna watch it together. And if he has any thoughts, I'll make sure to tell you what his thoughts were on Hell House LLC Origins. You see this clown face that's on Hell House 1 and 2? He's not in either of them, all right? He hasn't shown up in a single one of these 3 movies. So if he doesn't show up in this one, then I might lose my mind. I'm in an alternate dimension, and life itself is just not real. Look at that. See that? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay. We finished, and by we, I mean me and my grandfather, just finished Hell House LLC Origins, the Carmichael Manor. I gotta say, I had no idea what was happening at the start of this, because we're in a completely different location, alright? We are not in the Abaddon Hotel anymore, alright? That is gone. We are not we're kind of talking about it, but we're in a new location right now. We're in this big manor, alright? And there's these two women who are living there for 5 days, because there was a whole family murdered there. So naturally, they're gonna go there and try and figure out what happened, because it's an unsolved case of the Carmichael family getting butchered brutally. So there's a lot more gore in this movie, which is kind of cool, because they show very disturbing images of people dead, a dead family. But naturally, just like every single one of these movies, it is found footage. Wow, what a surprise. And they're documenting everything, and it's getting a little old at this point, because I'm like, how much of this universe is documented with a camera? We're going from 2009 to 2023 in this film, and you're telling me everything was documented through video cameras? They weren't even iPhones. They were handheld, cameras with film and stuff. Like I don't know. It's like getting to the point where like some of it's believable, but I'm like, who does that? Well, who is walking around with a camera consistently all of the time? And it was really funny because they were talking about how one of the Carmichael kids she wanted to be a filmmaker, all right, when she was older. I'm like, wow, what a surprise. That's totally not so that they have an excuse to show us old film from 1989 or anything like that, where she just walks around the house and sees all these creepy stuff. I don't know. It got to the point where I'm like, what? This is not realistic with how much we're recording here, all right, in our daily lives. But this is really cool because we finally get to meet the new clowns. All right, look, that one and that one. Yeah, yes, and we get to figure out who they are, and we get to finally figure out who I am. I have a name. I'm not just the basement clown anymore. My name's Patrick. I have a name. I'm not just an object. I'm not just an inanimate, Halloween prop from a haunted house. I'm a real boy now. I am. My name is Patrick Carmichael. Patrick Carmichael. The lack of food and water is really getting to my head, okay? I cannot remember names. My name, the basement clown, his name is Patrick Carmichael. He was one of the kids who was killed in the massacre, but oh wait, that's not true. We thought that was true at the beginning of the film, and it turns out that Patrick Carmichael, got a job at a certain haunted hotel. Well, I guess it wasn't haunted yet, but a certain satanic hotel back in the 80s. That's right. That's how this is tied to the hotel and everything, is because I was like, the whole thing's taking place in this manor, and a bunch of spooky stuff is happening, and they have these cool clown mannequins in this closet, which were those two guys. And I forgot their names, but that's okay. They were also members of the satanic cult that was running the hotel in the 80s. And they also ran a stand at the carnival. Oh my god, it's all tying together. I like this. I love the lore, okay? The lore is good. I love the lore. That's what holds franchises together, okay? That's why I like the Scream movies a lot when I reviewed them, because I liked some of the lore that was coming. The Ginger Dead Man literally made me want to die because they did not stay consistent with anything at all. And now we're getting more. We got the manor that is now connected to the hotel because they also found like an antique clock with random stuff in it that connected the two, with more tape, more video footage that's like incriminating or proof of the paranormal stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really tired. My brain hurts quite a bit. It is pounding against my skull. But this was really good. It was actually I can't say it was really scary. My grandpa did. Also, hold on. I have a few quotes from my grandfather. I know I'm reviewing this movie right now, but I have my grandpa would like to review this. He said, and I quote, "Whoever wrote that is a sick bastard." And I liked it. So that's a quote from my grandpa about Hell House LLC Origins, the Carmichael Manor. That's his opinion on this movie, and I enjoy it. I agree, because that was a good script. All right, that was the quality of this movie was, we're going places now. All right, we were kind of going downhill a little bit with the first three, but now we're going back up. All right, this is good. It's got some creepy moments. There's more clowns, and it's attached to the hotel. All right, I kind of missed the hotel, honestly, after watching this, but I thought it was really cool. All right, really cool, really well done, and just more clowns. All right, and I thought my boy Patrick here wasn't going to be in the movie, because he wasn't for most of it, because it was just those two clowns. It's like, man, but of course they brought him back because he's the selling point for all of these movies. I like this movie quite a bit, even though it's not in the hotel. That's okay. I still really like it. I like the characters. The characters are very likable. All right, they're not stale. They're not, flat. They're very nice. They're very likable. There's 3 of them, and they all die. But you know what? That's okay, because I was kind of rooting for that. Because my boy literally just grabs their face and they die. Like we actually get to see Patrick kill people. He just walks towards them and he grabs their face and they die. Like, that's an insane power move. I think he just crushes their face with his hands. I mean, he is a paranormal ghost because Patrick is dead. He did die. I can't actually remember how he died. You know how all of the satanic people in the hotel who were, satanic and stuff, they all killed themselves? Like my boy Andrew Tully. Andrew Tully. There we go. I remembered a name. Andrew Tully is the original owner of the Abaddon Hotel. Amity and Abaddon, I'm combining the two. Abaddon. The original owner of the Abaddon, the leader of the cult, his name is Andrew Tully. He's satanic. He's the one who was trying to open the gate to hell. Patrick here was supposed to kill himself with the entire satanic cult, but he was too busy serving time in prison. So he's the only one who got free, and then he dressed up like the clown and then killed people at the fair and stuff like that. I'm not going to explain the entire lore, but I think it's cool. All right, I think it's cool. And before I rank this, I want to give a Grandpa's pro tip. All right, because he had a pro tip that he wanted me to share to you all to make sure you are aware. He wanted me to make sure to tell you that if you are to watch this movie, okay, Hell House Origins, if you are to watch this movie, make sure you wear a diaper because it's a little scary. It's the scariest out of all of them so far, all right? So that is Grandpa's pro tip. Make sure you follow that because you might need it. You might need it some parts of the movie. So I'm just warning you. That's his warning. You can heed it or not. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm just saying it's a pro tip and you can follow it or you can be sorry. All right. See, now this is a problem. I love this movie. But I'm also, the first movie is really growing on me a lot. All right. I really like that. Okay. Because I like the grittiness of the found footage. This is kind of clean. I don't know if I want to put it above the original or just below it. I'm going to do that for right now. This is what I'm doing. Original Hell House at the top. We've got Hell House Origins. I'm going to tell you which ones these are because these three are just completely black. So original Hell House Origins. This one's blank. We have Hell House 3. Nope, I'm just kidding. We have Hell House 2 right there, and Hell House 3 at the bottom. I think those are going to stay there. All right, they're not bad, but they're not great. I really am torn. I really like both of these a lot, but they're two completely different movies. One of them is in the style of a documentary. It's old, it's gritty, it's cool, it's original. And this one's new, it's more modern, it's in a completely different place, and the only thing that's really has in common with the original is my boy Patrick's in it. All right, and that's the only thing that really links you visually to that one. Otherwise, it's completely different. These are all completely different movies. I'm gonna go ahead and watch the last one because I cannot wait to be done watching movies because I'm a headache. So I also need to figure out where this is. I need to search this last movie up online and buy it. My grandpa's also going to watch this next film with me, so if there's any pro tips, I'll let you know, and if he has any thoughts, I'll let you know. Okay, also, I'll show you this. There it is. Hell House Lineage. I don't have the physical movie. I'll watch this and see if I need to buy it or not, or if it's really bad. I don't have very high hopes. Yeah, I'll be right back with you and go pay money to rent it. Yes! Woo! Oh, I did it. I did it. I watched all of the Hell House movies in one day. All 5. Oh, Hell House. Lineage. A blood bond rooted in evil. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. That just happened. I just watched all of them. All 5. Yes, I did. And you know what? That was better than I thought it was going to be. That was better than I thought it was going to be. Also, fun fact, that I was talking about how it's getting a little old, how it's all found footage, and it seems so unrealistic that every single event is captured on camera. Well, guess what? This is the only movie that's not found footage. Okay? All of these are like documentaries, basically, but this not a documentary. This is an actual like cinematic movie. All right, it's not found footage. It's just a movie. And I'm pretty sure if my mind is so deteriorated, I can't even remember what I just watched. Also, opening scene from this movie is probably one of the best opening scenes in any movie ever. All right, you can quote me on that because I love my boy Patrick Carmichael. Oh, man. That opening scene is so good. And this whole movie is basically just centered around the clown, which I think it's so funny. It's so stupid though, because it's so clearly like they were not expecting this clown to be popular, all right? He was literally a prop in the first movie, a prop that happened to come to life every once in a while. And people liked it. They liked his design so much that they put him in every movie as the marketing. He's not even the main villain. All right, he's not. He was a background character for the first 3 movies. He had no place in the third movie at all, but they threw him in there anyway in like 2 scenes. But now they're revolving all of the lore around the clown because of his popularity, all right? It's really funny. It's very, very clearly not the direction that they wanted to go, but they went anyway. I mean, it works. It works, all right? This lore is a lot better than a lot of other franchises that just drop it altogether, or reboots and stuff, so I'm glad they actually have consistent lore. But, I mean, it's very clearly, like, he is the main antagonist in this movie, which is awesome. He's moving up in the world. He's the main one. Alright, in the last one he was getting close. He's getting close, but he's like the only one. The other clowns like show up a little bit towards the end, but it's all Patrick this time. This is basically like a part 1 of 2. They're making another movie. I didn't know that. And oh no. Oh, poor you guys. I'm making this video now and I'm missing the other movie and when it comes out, which means I don't have to watch 6 movies in a row. Oh no. So sorry. I liked it. Even though it wasn't found footage, I really like found footage. I really liked this movie. Alright, I liked it not because my boy Patrick is the main antagonist. That had a lot to do with it. Alright, it did. But I like the lore that we're getting. The Patrick here and those other guys, the cult members, when they were still alive, when they were working at the hotel, the I'm never gonna get this word. It's been 12 hours of me knowing what this word is. It's the main place in all 5 movies, and I still can't say the name right first try. Abaddon. There we go. What was I even saying? The Abaddon Hotel. They worked there, stuff like that. All 3 of the clowns, but they also ran a little a thing, a fair, like a carnival game. There we go. A carnival game called Down the Clown. You ever play those in arcades? I love that game. I love the game. That's when you get the balls, the red balls, and you throw them at the little furry clowns, and then you smack them in the face and they fall down, and you get points and stuff, and there's like bigger ones and smaller ones. It's like that, but in the 80s, so it's like they're physical, like clowns. They have to pelt in the face with this tennis ball that they just painted red. And like these tennis balls are like a big thing. They're a big thing in this movie, in the last movie, where like they'll like throw them in a dark hallway and you'll know the clowns are like in the closet or something. I don't know. It's really fun, and I think it's really funny that the red baseballs just are a sign of like you're gonna die. Like if one of those appears in your room, You're done. You're gonna die, and it's probably gonna be Patrick who comes and grabs your face and just he kills you immediately, which I think is really funny. I thought people thought this movie was bad, but if they do, then they're wrong. There's really not that much to hate about it, unless they're mad that it's not found footage anymore. But if you make it, if they they stretched that out way longer than they could have. It's just not. It doesn't work. Like franchises like VHS, like you can go on forever. It doesn't matter because that's like the thing. But like this, it's just you're stretching the truth. You know. I like this more than the last one? I can't say that I do. The other one was it's a lot scarier. You know. It's a lot nicer. It's a lot more, tight knit. I do like this idea right here because I thought. Okay, so when I watched the last movie, I thought, the lore is cool, but it's also it's stretching too far. It's expanding too far away from the focal point, which was the hotel, which is now burned down and completely gone. Like in this movie, it's literally just a field now and like a little cross saying like, oh, this used to be the hotel. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of depressing. But the whole point now, I understand it. I understand it now. Because they burned the hotel and the hotel's gone, they released the evil. Alright, so the clowns can't stay in the hotel anymore because the hotel doesn't exist. So they've expanded throughout the town. So like they're haunting the town and finding everyone who like was tied to like this horrible tragedy from the other movie. Once again, if I explain all of the lore, this is going to be a 3-hour-long video. Well, yeah, I will be making a movie right now if I tell you all of the lore. Yeah, I think that part's cool. Like that fact that they threw in there where it's like, yeah, they burned the hotel down, so obviously the evil can't stay in there, so it's spread throughout the town. It's like the one thing that was confining the evil to a certain place is now gone, and now it's free now. And I like that idea. And that makes my brain more happy about the lore and makes me okay that it's spreading to these other places and away from the hotel because the hotel is kind of gone. It has to go somewhere else. So I think that's cool. They're making it out to be like, oh, the manor is like the focal point now. And then at the end of this movie, they're like, just kidding. It's this random house in the middle of the woods. It's Andrew's house. All right, Tully? Andrew Tully's house. And then it left off on a cliff note, on a cliffhanger. So that's how I know they're going to make another movie about Andrew's house now. So we had the Abaddon Hotel, and then we have the Carmichael Manor, and then now we're moving to Andrew's house. All right, the Tully house, 1232. All right, and that house looks run down. That house looks creepy, and I'm kind of all for it. So I am excited for the next movie. And I like this. This is going number 3. How fitting. That's staying there. That is staying there. That is final. And that's basically just, Patrick finally got his own movie. Basically, it's just he is the main guy, and it's right where Andrew is. That's not Andrew. Patrick. It's right where Patrick is. There was unfortunately no Grandpa pro tip, and but he did say he enjoyed the movie. He's like he had not seen the first ones. He only saw that one and the one before. He did not see the first 3 movies with me. He just kind of showed up when I was watching movies. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can join. I don't care. But he liked this movie too. But he liked the other one better. He's like, yeah, the other one's definitely better than this one. But I really like this series. So when the next movie comes out, you can count on him being there, all right? Because he's gonna be there, and I'll make like a short video, like reviewing and updating both of our thoughts, in case you want to know what Gramps' opinion is. You got it. I'm gonna review this real quick. Those are all the movies. Right now, as it stands currently, before I try and move things around, if my heart desires, we have Hell House 1, Hell House Origins, Hell House Lineage, Hell House 2, and Hell House 3 at the bottom. In that order. Let's start from the bottom. Does Hell House 3, Lake of Fire, deserve to be at the bottom? Yes. Yes, it does. Is Borderline like almost not even a horror movie because there's really not that many scary things that happen. The ending is just really cheesy and really stupid. And there's like a few like creepy-ish things that happen throughout the movie, but the whole thing is like Like, what are you doing? I don't know. Wasn't terrible, but also just didn't feel like a Hell House movie at all. And Patrick just seemed so out of place. Like, he was not even part of. He did not need to be there. He was only there so that they could market it with his face. Yeah, it deserves to be at the bottom. They didn't even use real fire. It was CGI. CGI fire. Congratulations. Hell House 2, not bad. All right, I'm gonna say not bad. I enjoyed it, but you know, it's kind of like it's like Scream 1, Scream 2. Like Scream 1 is the peak of all horror movies. It is the perfect just package. There's something magical. All right, Wes Craven made a movie and then just like put a hex on it to make it look he just sprinkled magic all over that movie. I don't know what he did to that, but it makes you feel good. It's very homey. It's nostalgic, even though I didn't even watch that as a kid. All right, so I don't know how I feel nostalgia from it, but it's just the perfect movie. There's no flaws. All right, and then you have the second one where it's like, okay, all right, this is cool. You have, this is fine. You got some characters from the first movie, kind of. A lot of people really like Scream 2. I don't. All right, it's good. It's not great, but I kind of feel the same way with this one, where it's like, yeah, it's good. It's kind of basically the first movie, but worse, I mean, they're trying to do the same thing, but accomplished it less good. I'm going to keep that there. Hell House LLC Lineage, I just talked about that. Very good. All right, the only one that's not found footage, but I like the idea of it spreading throughout the town so that's not repetitively the same thing over and over and over again. They're willing to take risks with this franchise, and it's paying off because a lot of franchises just try and do the same thing, and guess what? That only works one, maybe two times, okay? I don't want to see the same thing over and over and over again because you run out of ideas. You can only do that so many times. So I'm glad that they went out of their comfort zone. They made an actual movie instead of found footage. They have a budget now, so they can make this movie. And I think it was pretty good. And that beginning scene. Oh, if you don't want to watch the movie, please at least just go on YouTube and just watch the opening scene because it's They literally just made the basement clown, Mr. Patrick Carmichael, into a killer clown. Like he's about to shine. All right, they're slowly making him into like an iconic clown, whereas in the first movie, literally just a prop. So I think it's really funny, Patrick's character arc. I enjoy that quite a bit. Then we have Hell House Origins, which is good. All right, I like that, and you know what? I think it's gonna stay there. I think this is good. I think I nailed it, honestly. With my opinion, I nailed my opinion pretty good. But like Origins is really good. I like it. It's nice. It's scary. There's some clowns in there. There's the balls that they're throwing. I think it's really cool. I think it's good. When it comes to found footage, I like it to be a little grittier, a little more raw, a little more old. That was more, it was a little bit too clean for my liking. But overall, I thought it was really good. I really like that. I literally I don't have any problems with that movie. But Hell House 1, I like it. It's been growing on me. It's nice. It's gritty. It's old, and it's just that mystery of what happened in that basement is just really getting me. I really like that concept of just like what happened there. I love the documentary style. I love the feeling. The overall essence of the movie. It's kind of like it's got me thinking about the original Scream, the essence. I can't explain that to you, all right? It's just a feeling that you get when you watch it. It's just good. It's just good. I don't know what kind of magic they sprinkle on top of it. All right, I can't tell you that. I don't know. But I can just tell you that it's good. It's not as good as Scream. All right? Let's not let's not get ahead of ourselves now. But it is definitely very nice. All right? Very, very put together. And I like it because if that was a standalone movie, which it was for 10 years, no one would bat an eye. There's like it kind of wraps itself up pretty good, and then all of these are just trying to build lore off of it, which is pretty hard to do if that was your plan to make a standalone movie to build more movies around it when it wasn't supposed to. That's hard. Okay, and I think they did a good job. They did a good job with the lore and keeping it consistent and actually making it pretty interesting and stuff. I like the hotel a lot more than the manor, and I'll probably like the hotel a lot more than Andrew's house, all right? Whenever that comes out. It's just that the hotel is just... There's no basement in the manor. that we know of. You know, it's just like, we need a basement. We need a basement and a basement clown. All right? And I think that was good. That was good. Yeah, that's it. Those are my rankings. 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. Let me know if you agree in the comments down below. Did I do good? Did I do bad? Either way, I don't care because I did good in my brain. I would love to know your rankings. Tell me what you think they should be, and if I did a good job or a bad job, and if you agree or disagree. I don't know. That was fun though. That was good. My brain wasn't melting while I was watching these. I'm just tired. And have a little bit of a headache because I failed to eat food while I'm doing this. I had that protein waffle and a little bag of Cheez-Its and some cheese puffs, some Doritos, this really squishy like granola bar and some water. So I am probably gonna go get an actual meal once I'm done with this because I have time. It's not like 12 o'clock a.m. So that's good. Next video I'll be reviewing these. Yeah. Yep, you'll be getting a review of that box set, which is pretty cool. You can see all of the films from that one. Say hello to Gerald in the comments because he's just been sitting here observing the entire time. He really only likes when we watch horrific extreme horror movies, which is not the case for this one, unfortunately, buddy. I'm sorry. Hope you all enjoyed. Please subscribe because this is the first video of me recording that I am like actually blowing up right now for my standards. Because I'm currently editing my second 500 subscriber video, and I am almost 1.8 thousand subscribers. I gained that in under 2 weeks. What is happening? It took me 2 years to get to 500, and now it took me a week to get like 1.5 thousand. That's like, whoa. Okay. Thank you, by the way. I'll probably make a whole video of me saying thank you. I just was not prepared to hit 1,000 this soon. So those 1,000 subscriber special videos are not coming anytime soon. I am not prepared to make those. But they'll be here at some point, I promise. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Franchise Killer. Let me know what other franchise you want to see. That's actually too bad because I already have them planned. But let me know for way in the future what franchises you want, because I have the next 2 already planned out. Sorry. Yeah, subscribe. Keep me going, because that's insane. This is insane. I could literally hit, like, at this rate, 10,000 by the end of the year, which is baffling to me. That, what? Go watch the other Franchise Killer episodes, because I spend a lot of time and a lot of money on these. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you in the next one.